Pearse Doherty, you've strongly criticised the government's carbon tax measures as being unfair to the weakest. What would Sinn Féin have done, and did the government really have any choice but to be cautious with this budget?
Of course they did have a choice. Budgets are all about political choices, and what families and workers needed was they needed a break, and instead what they got wasn't a budget that was addressing the high costs in childcare or insurance or the high rental costs or the crisis we have in our health service. Instead they got was additional taxes in the form of carbon tax, which isn't going to change behaviour. All it will do is make those sectors and those individuals and families poorer. So the ESRI, the Department of Finance have all said that this will hit rural families most, it will hit low-income families harder, and it will hit lone parents. Instead, what should have been done is a real radical investment in the alternatives. So properly investing in public transport, properly investing in retrofitting and energy-efficient schemes. And for example, one of our proposals would have been about making all public transport free for under 18s. These are the type of choices that should have been made. Unfortunately, this government hasn't made them. And now we have a situation where people who are feeling the pinch, who were under pressure because of the high costs, who'd wanted that break in this budget, were completely and utterly let down. We have housing, we have health, which is a status quo budget in those two areas. And the status quo, unfortunately, is chaos in health and chaos in housing with escalated rental costs and unavailability of properties. And the government have done nothing to deal with that crisis. And Fianna Fáil have sat in their hands all this time.
All right, Pearse Doherty and Michael McGrath, thank you both for joining us on 6-1 this evening.